Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is the Plebian Racing F3 Open Wheel Championship. You know it. We're at round 3. We are at the NOLA Motorsports Park. A new circuit to me, might be an old favorite for some people in the crowd. We've been to Sepang. We were at Dragon Tail last week, the Gran Turismo Fantasy track. And this time we're at NOLA. We're having a bye week next week, so you'll miss me last week, you'll miss me again. And then at Mugello we go for the 28th at the end of the month, followed by the street circuit of St. Petersburg, and finishing up the championship at Barber Motorsports Park. It's gonna be awfully spicy here for the rest of the season. Fast flowing tracks on the calendar. We've got a street course as well. We've got qualifying just about to get underway as free practice comes to a close. Let's take a look at the standings and what I missed out on last week. Looks like for the recap so far, Peter O'Brien took race 1, heat 1, and heat 2. Schultze took second place in race 1, heat 1. James Leader second place for heat 2. Schultze took third for heat 2. On to Dragon Tail Seaside. James Leader took first place. Schultze took second. Lion the Red Eel with a surprising third place. In the second race, or the second heat of Dragon Tail, we had Jay Bray in first, Peter O'Brien in second, and James Leader making up to third for the reverse grid. Best qualifying went out to Luke Bowmeister. Looked at the timing tower earlier. This one looked like the Fast Four. That's, of course, going to be Peter O'Brien, Luke Bowmeister, Mustachio. That's Jay Bray for you. And James Leader all into the 121, so qualifying is getting going. Let's take a look at what the drivers are up to as we get going. Looking at the face of James Leader right now, we will get AutoCam to sort us all out. Give him some time. I do want to take a look at the championship order. Let's actually take a look at that right now, because it is awfully shaken up, more so than you'd expect when I talked about the Fast Four. So we've got Peter O'Brien in first place with 46 points. James Leader not too far behind with 36 to his name. Carson Schultz right on the tails with 34 points. Jay Bray with 29. Dave Martin charging up the rear with in fifth place with 25 points. Not too far off from our boy Jay Bray. DJ Harris, who had a tremendous round one with 18 points. Ramiro Perez with 18. Lion the Red Eel with 14. Jake Foucher in 9th. Luke Bowmeister in 10th. Taking a DNF, we saw him there in race 1. Smokey, Omar Morales, JP May, that's J May for you boys and girls. Madden Grewald, or Jeet Chima, Patrick, Seth, Walter, Rowe, Just Rowe, Corey Robbins, and Michael Sid being the 20 registered drivers here for this championship. Peter O'Brien putting in his first heater so far, down into the 21.6s, so it seems. But old Dank weaving along the front straight here, trying to get some heat into those tires, potentially shake some off. Get set up for T1. NOLA Motorsports Park, not a track I'm too familiar with. Apparently IndyCar comes here, or has been. Called the Grand Prix of Louisiana since 2015. Very flat, not a lot of undulations or elevation changes from what it looks like. Looks like one of those tracks you kind of get lost in. All the corners kind of look the same. You see a lot of red and white painted on the ground. Reminds me of Paul Ricard, actually, now that I think about it out loud. Not so much in the flowiness of it, don't know it. I don't know the track too well, but just looking at it looks like a Paul Ricard track. Prove me wrong. Tell me about it in the comments, what you think about the track or what it reminds you of. Like I said, not one I'm too familiar with, so I'll have to take everybody else's word for it. Mustachio throwing it up into the 21s for them. Off they go, though. Trying to go for another heater sooner rather than later, and a new set of tires for them. Joe up into third, 22.9 so far. Wonder what the Red Eel's going to be up to, pushing hard. Maybe they can get another podium and share that with Leader. That would be a sight to see. Hello, Testies indeed, Testa Verde. We are all here. Welcome to the beautiful family. Beautiful pleb family. No way to go with. Let's see if we can grab an onboard of someone, anyone. Not the Dankster. Maybe the leader is who we want to grab and try to get on board with. See if we can sneak a peek at what we're supposed to be doing here at the NOLA Motorsports Park. Row just row. To the line right now, staying far to the left into turn 1. Ooh, quick little flick over the curbing. I didn't know you could do that with these F3 cars. Making his way around the turn 2 in this little plateau section like a little Watkins Glen boot. Coming around 3 and hooking it into 4. There he goes. Patient on the throttle, not get it lit up. Kink of 6, seems like it's flat out. Little flick of the gear shift. Flipping the throttle there, making it through the kink of 7, another kink of 8. Like a little octagon. Triangle. I don't know. Lots of edges here. Fast, flowy section through 9, it looks like. I don't know what other corners these are. I apologize. Over the curb again, pushes hard and deep through the sweeping S's. All the way out through 11, 12, 13 now, pushing to the line. Doesn't look like it's gonna be enough for Row Just Row to advance his position, but he will improve on his lap. This is a 22.7 for Row Just Row. Very nice showing for him as he goes into the runoff area. Starting from the back of the pits for Bowmeister this time. He's going to put on a show for us, not once, but twice, hopefully. This track from Zero Bandwidth. This track is kinky. Quite kinky indeed. See at least 1, 2, 3. I might have pulled up the wrong track map, or at least the wrong layout. Oh, there we go. It looks like we're on the A course. So that's 10, 11, 12, 13 being the S's. They just copied they just copied a lot of other tracks, in my opinion. You know, those S's are basically a copy of Sonoma. Turn 3, 4, 5 is basically Watkins Glen the boot from turn 2 on to 5. What else can I complain about? No, just kidding. Interesting track. The only complaint I have, obviously, is that there's no elevation changes. It looks like it's got everything that you would want, except for the elevation changes. Ah, okay. I'm not the only one having that issue. Not having Bowmeister, not having much luck getting that lap in. That's surprising. I would have thought you would have had it hooked up and put down together. You put down 50 laps in practice, more than anybody else, so can't really use that as an excuse. Peter O'Brien only doing about 20-something laps, kind of blistering your best. So, shots fired across the bow here from the commentator's booth. From my safe glass house that I am resting in. James Leader shooting it up to 3rd place right in front of Row Just Row. Sorry, I turned auto camera off and we missed that. 22 flat from the lead man. Not quite there, just out of range by 0.4 of a second. Mustachio awfully close to Peter O'Brien. Those two, that's Jay Bray, in case you can't keep up. We've had a couple of kerfunkles here for the server, so apologize if you're not used to seeing your favorite guy or gal in their favorite livery or colors. Working with the situation right now. As I was saying, Jay Bray and Mustachio swapping back and forth, but hold your horses, folks. James Leader putting down his best Sector 1. My breath is held. Oh, a big old drift from the lead man. That was into turn 15. 13, trying to make his way through the carousel as fast as he could. Just threw it sideways, couldn't resist the temptation to put on a show for us. Must have known the cameras were on us. He's been talking about that drift clinic for a long time, really trying to get the publicity to put that program together for the young folks here at Plebian Racing. Keeping drifters off the streets since 2019, James Leader putting in the public service work so that your local police force doesn't have to. Oh, we got more drifters. That's Tastro wanting a little taste of smoke, and not what I meant what I said, but not the other way. Smoke from the tires, not smoke as in smoke man or smokey. The smoker. Know that. Just from the tires. Martin's still putting around, putting down a 24, it looks like. Coming to the line. Didn't go. He did go a little bit better. I was prepped to say no, but cut it by a 10th. Didn't think he was going to have it through Sector 3, and he sure did. He's easy and pool. Holy Toledo, correct me if I'm wrong, but Martin was on a heater that lap. Looks to be pushing again for another heater. Going, gone, baby, gone. Pushing through Sector 1. I want to see that light up green, green, green like a Christmas tree, baby. As he looks to be on one line. The red eel, though, 2 seconds faster than his previous. Might be able to jump. He did, Martin. That's who I was looking for on the timing tower. A 23.7 for the eel man. Doing good work. Has time to put down one more if he stays on it. Let's get back over to Martin. We were obviously watching him go faster, and he's already chopped off a second of Sector 1. Let's see if he keeps it planning through Sector 2 and on his way out of Sector 3. We know the snake section. You got to be tentative on where you let off and carry your speed. Martin's going to be letting off a little bit through Sector 2, it looked like, and maybe setting up for this final try through Sector 3. He went awful wide through the last corner, so I think he really is trying to push through Turn 1, make up as much time as he can. No, Martin does improve. 3/10 for him. Leapfrogs the red eel. And now into 6th place. He's pushing again through Sector 1 now. I had changed the game. I will try to fix that. I fix that, I swear. Which is funny because it shouldn't have changed from last week. But we'll push it. I'll push it forward right now. Tell me if it changes. Thanks for the heads up. 1 minute, 20 seconds left in qualifying. Lion the red eel snaps back at Martin, goes 2/10 ahead. Martin not going faster right now, tiptoeing around. This might be his last chance at it. Got to cool down those tires if he wants to keep going. Looking at the front, it's Peter O'Brien, Mustachio, James Leader. Only a couple of hundredths separating the front three. Peter O'Brien making his way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and he's homebound. Coming his way through the last corner now. Going all the way out to the barrier and pushing out wide. Wow, wow, wow. He's improved on his best of 21.2 there. That's going to be the best and fastest unless Jay Bray has something to say about it. James sure did. He didn't have a lot of time to get his practice in with all the technical difficulties of free practice, but he made his way to the front of the grid awfully fast, putting in a qualifying as well, now resting in 3rd place. Hopefully that'll hold true for him. Doesn't look like Rowe, he won't be able to improve. James might safely be safe in 3rd for now. Mustachio improving though, almost 2/10 up on his PB for Sector 1. Going through, James taking the checkered flag. That's it for him. Mustachio still pushing hard. Don't quite think that he has 4/10 in it, but people have made me put my foot in my mouth before. Maybe Jay Bray's going to have me do it again. Oh, Jay Bray abandons the lap, took to the grass. Maybe he won a little puff of something or other. Abandons the lap, and that'll be it for qualifying for him. Who else is still out there? Maybe Martin is still on one. Not for Sector 1, Sector 2 possibly. That'll be it for him and his efforts, I am sure. Checkered flag, checkered flag, checkered flag, folks. That'll wrap it up for qualifying right now. Peter O'Brien in P1 provisionally. Oh, excuse me, not provisionally for qualifying. This is it. Peter O'Brien in P1. Mustachio, that's Jay Bray in P2. James Leader in third. Rowe just Rowe for you in fourth place. There we go. Rowe just Rowe in fourth. Seth Walter in fifth. Lion the Red Eel in sixth. Martin in seventh. Dank in 8, Morales in 9th, Smoke in 10. Taking a look at us here as the camera pans onto him. FFX2 staring us dead in the eyes, looking away as he gets a little camera shy in 11th. Luke Bomeister down in 12th. We saw his strategy going to the back of the grid. Good luck to you, Luke. And we've got Tastro starting in 13th, just snuck in behind Bomeister, but he has been coming and going from the server, so we'll see if that stands. This looks to be setting everything up just square as can be for the championship standings. I'll run it down for you one more time. Looks right now like it's a battle between Peter O'Brien and James Leader, 46-36 in the championship standings right now. Carson Schultz, who's not here to defend his third place right now, is back away from the computer apparently. But Jay Bray, that's Mustachio, is down in fourth, so the order for the championship lead will be shooken up by the end of race 1, but will it be caught back up by the end of race 2? Only time will tell. Exactly what I was thinking, Pasha. There we go. I was trying to queue up something to get this party started. We ain't got much time remaining, or other things have to get going. Peter O'Brien, Mustachio, Jay Bray, James Leader Rowe, Walter, Red Eel, Martin, Dank, Morales, Smoke, FFX2, and Bomeister taken to the start of this race. Lights are on and away we go. Peter O'Brien leading us towards turn 1. Let's see what happens as we get through sector 1. A quick look from James Leader, backs off of it. James Bray and James Leader having a little side-by-side. Purple car. Looks like that's Seth Walter having a moment of their own, disappearing. And they're off side-by-side action just behind. We're going to snap away to that shortly. Let's take a look just a little bit further back. Looks like Rose having a three-way battle with Luke Baumeister and Smoke as he makes his way through the field. Luke Baumeister jumps ahead towards 7th place, avoiding any of the lap 1 early contact right away. Nightbot having a moment, a little bit of control freak. Sorry about that, Pasha. We'll get back to those comments in just a second. Things finally settling down. Looks like it's a single file order for the boys and girls so far. Let's see what it looks like on board for the Dankster. As he's chasing down the red eel through the S's, goes off and wide. A little bit of commentator's curse for them. Hopefully they get it back and collected on track without causing any incidents. They did. Oh, narrowly avoiding one. Avoided Morales and off to the grass again for the Dank. Just can't get enough. You know they must be from California then. They're saying stuff like that. James Leader trying to make a move on our boy Jay Bray for P2. Taking a look on the outside. Can he make it stick? Braking late. Oh, he was there. Got to the apex well beforehand. Holla holla, the S is for $1. Absolutely. What are you doing hanging out by yourself in chat? Pasha Patterson, if you're gonna hang out, at least do me the courtesy and join me in the commentators booth, you sly dog. Flying the red eel back into 6th place from what it looks like. Progress for him is null, getting pipped by Luke Baumeister, who's made a progress of 7 so far. Taking a look at what the Dankster can do in their bit of a recovery drive. Making it happen. Oh no! Looks like Jay Bray had a big one, tumbling down into 8th place. A good battle between him and Leader came to an abrupt halt somewhere, somehow, as we avoided that. Oh, Peter O'Brien now having a moment somewhere out on track. Can't get a glimpse of him, it looks like. Oh, warping to the pits. That'll be it for Brian. It's like James Leader's driving away with it for now. Okay, this battle for the lead is turned into... Oh, Martin now having a moment, looks like. Gave the position to Luke Baumeister. Swapping at the end of turn 3, it looked like. Off the way through turn 4. Right, that was a sudden change for the lead. We thought that battle between Peter O'Brien, James Leader, and Jay Bray was going to rage on. Apparently not, though. Oh, Peter O'Brien's back in the action. Must have had a technical issue. Something plaguing both drivers at the same time. Not quite sure. We're on board with the Lion, the Red Eel. We were looking back at him versus the Smokester. But that gap didn't quite come down. Still hovering around half a second right now. Looking at the Smoker, calm, cool, and collected. Pretty steady with their inputs. Painting imaginary race cars, right on, right on. We have a exciting championship coming up on Wednesdays. And oh my goodness! Do you see how close that was? There it is. There's the action I was looking for. Dank Walter Morales. And a big one, and also the action between Smoke and Eel and Martin are heating up and raging on. Smoke almost going into the back of the Eel Man. Chase down right now. This is getting spicy. Martin's got 2 cars battling it out behind him. How wide can he make this car now? He's got 15 minutes to keep on defending. I don't know if he can hold on for that long. Smoke looks to be struggling in the wake behind. Lion, the Red Eel. Air wash must be getting to him. Fastest lap, a 122 flat from James Leader. Just said it right there, right then. 2/10 faster than Luke Bowmeister, it looked like. That gap not coming back right now. Oh no, looks like Smoke must have had a big one there versus the Red Eel. That'll end that close battle for now. Ooh, that's a big off from Seth Walter now. That'll allow the Dankster and Rowe to get by cleanly. Oh no, another big off. That looks like Morales. It is, so that allows Rowe and Dank to gain another position. That's 2 on 1 lap, advancing up into 6th and 7th for the pair. Oh, Peter O'Brien looks to be having some connection issues. Ooh. All right, all right, all right. Bet you never seen a Formula 3 drift like that, baby. Stachio chasing down the Red Eel now. That's Jay Bray. Morales has a big one going into the final corners. 14, 15, 16. He's off on the grass on the inside now. Smoke might have gotten collected in that. It looks like he was, unfortunately, involved somehow, some way, getting it spun around. 9th and 10th for the boys so far. Peter O'Brien still making his way around the track, trying to make up those positions. He might get it now. If he's not an extra lap down, he might. Keep toting around, Peter. You'll get him eventually. Mustachio's going for it, though, on the Eel Man. Here we go. Oh, there goes the Eel Man. Mustachio is through. Just as we are looking for the battle, one tiny mistake from the Red Eel threw him off balance, and Jay Bray is on his way back to a podium. There goes Pistachio, now catching back up to Martin. Oh God, that's so bad, Pasha. Oh God, that's so bad. You're better than that. You're better than that. But here we go, Mustachio on Martin on the inside. Martin has to go wide, trying to stave off the attempt from Mustachio, but he's on his way through already before we could even get the cameras on him. Fastest lap from O'Brien, 21.9 for him. That's fastest lap of the race, making his recovery drive from 10th place. Martin's still hanging on, lurking in the backgrounds of Jay Bray, who are on board with looking back at Martin in the orange and gray liveried car right behind him. Was holding on until the last corner, I should say. Was within a half second or a couple tenths near of. Now a gap surmounting to about a second. Just out of slipstream range. Don't think he'll be able to drag himself to touching distance of the Champagne Tasters, but he sure can try. Looks like Peter O'Brien's made his way past Rowe Just Rowe. Gotten that lap back. Oh, Rowe looks to have abandoned the race. Excuse me. That seems to be the gain of that position. 9 minutes remaining left in this race. The field is pretty spread out so far. Awfully close racing early on. Not so much right now, but we've still got fast people catching up to the slower ones. Luke Bowmeister is taking a couple tenths out of James Leader up ahead right now. Oh, correction, they're tied for those last laps. They just spun around. Pistachio, unfortunately not fast enough to catch up to Bowmeister right now. Martin's not catching up to Mustachio either, nor is the Red Eel. Looks like everybody's nestled into their grooves. Peter O'Brien might be catching up to Smoke before the end of the race, although he's quite a ways off. I think it is a lap down. Yep, he would be a lap down to Smoke, so pass him and make a move. Oh, looks like Dank is off. Walter is by. Position gained. Not an on-track overtake, but it was an overtake. There's Peter in the background. Made his way past Smoke already. Just has to get the time back. 7 minutes. Can he do it? I'm not quite sure. Tires must be fading away from these guys by now. Not sure quite how bad it can be here, but a lot of this track is flat, through these Sonoma S's, I'm going to call them. If you have the gearing just dialed in properly, you're going to have it hooked up and connected with a pedal to the metal. Bowmeister seems to have won out over everybody else so far. Net gain of 10 for him. Pistachio, after their catastrophe right before Peter O'Brien's major technical, making their way back up to P3. Surprising recovery, only the loss of one position so far. Martin with a gain of 3, surprisingly. Oh no, Bowmeister's off. All on his own. Catching up is Mustachio. Swamping it back right as I was talking about it. Oh no! Another big spin from Luke Bowmeister at the final corner. Not quite sure what's going on there. I thought he was back on track. And then all of a sudden, just spun out again. Tires must be roasted for sure. Cards out for everybody, though, except for the Dankster. He took the mediums, paid the price, evidently. Down into 9th, and not to be seen from again, taking the DNF. Big old kerfuffle from Luke Bowmeister, unlike anything we typically see. Very uncharacteristic driving from him these races so far. Saw him not have a great race 1, and then now into race 3, or round 3, excuse me, I should say. Having more errors. But he's catching up to the Red Eel. I wonder if he's going to let some emotion get in the way here when he makes this move, or if he's going to have blood on his mind. He's got blood on his mind. You can see him working that steering wheel as hard as he can. don't call me a racist, but Luke might be a lumberjack the way he's sawing at that steering wheel. And I'm not saying that just because he's from Canada. Well, he's living in Canada. I was getting that. Ooh, getting awfully close to the eel, giving him ample room, though. Tentative on the pedal to not spin it up. Closing down this gap, almost touches the derriere of the eel man. Doesn't quite do it. Canada indeed. Our great sovereign nation friends to the north. Different lines through the triple kink. Pushing hard in the slipstream, taking a look to dive out of the way. Doesn't quite do it though. Backs off the throttle, prepping up for the S's. Waiting for a mistake from the eel man. Oh, there it might have been. Oh, the red eel sets himself up for an expert defense. Final corner, pushing hard out to the barriers. Can he hold off into turn one? It's getting close here. Turn one. No, it's gap staying about the same. Uh-oh, we've got blue flag slowing things down. Shaking things up. Luke Bowmeister, 4th place secured past the eel. Eeny, meeny, miny, Bo caught a line in his toe. If there's a blue flag, let him go. Oh, Toledo. That's amazing. Oh my goodness, that might be the best thing to have ever happened to the Plebian broadcast so far. Holy smokes, thank you very much for that. Made my night. All the delays are worth it for that line alone. Rolling. Keep them prices rolling. Luke Bowmeister 4 seconds back from Martin. Maybe Martin will get the taste of champagne he's been out for, just driving a calm, cool, collected race. He let a lot of the faster drivers by, didn't want any incidents next to Luke. Let him through, and it looks like that's paying dividends. 55 seconds left on the clock. Looks like we're going to get just one more lap as James, the leader, is coming around the final corner now from what it can look like on the tower. Martin Bowmeister, what is going on? Maybe just the tower having a moment. Looked like the positions actually had gotten swapped, but not quite. Oh, Bowmeister pushing as if his life depended on these championship points. Only less than 2 seconds now to Martin. He is about 2 seconds faster a lap. We're already through sector 1. That's come down to about a second. Holy Toledo, this might be a drag to the line. Getting through the kinks now. I do want to acknowledge the leaders, though. James' leader is about to get to the line. We will get to that. Watching him cross it. Here we go. James Leader taking P1. Mustachio's going to round it out for P2, but Luke Bowmeister hunting down Martin right now. Here we go through the S's. Half a second now. This is awfully close. Let's get right on board. Crazy different lines getting set up through the final corner. Martin's parking it on the apex. Luke Bowmeister has to be patient on the throttle. He's sitting right behind in the toe. What kind of picture can we get to the line? Martin just noses ahead of Bowmeister. We just got the perfect glimpse of that right when they crossed the line. Awfully good showing from them. Getting it to the line, Red Eel in 5th. We've got Seth hopefully making it to the line in 6th ahead of Peter O'Brien. Peter O'Brien having to do the recovery drive of his life, pushing hard after the disconnect and the technical, putting him to the back of the field and to the pits a few times. So that's James Leader in 1st, Mustachio in 2, Martin in 3rd, battle with Bowmeister for 3rd and 4th. Line the Red Eel in 5th, Seth in 6th, Walter, and we've got O'Brien in 7th. That'll round it out for us. Looked like only 12 people raced with us tonight, and only 7 made it to the finish line. See if we can grab a couple of these spicy boys to talk about their race. Who do we want to talk to first? I want to actually talk to Peter O'Brien if he's available. Where is O'Brien? Morales. See O'Brien. I want to talk to him, find out what happened, but maybe we'll catch up with that later. Luke Bowmeister.
Hello.
A bit spicy, yeah? Don't you know?
Yeah.
What happened to that final corner? I thought you got it spun up and back going again.
I don't know. I hit the outside curb and went over it, which is the first time I've done that. So, yeah, I kind of just put a wheel onto the grass, and, these things are so stiff that it lifted up the front inside wheel, and I just 50-50 grinded my way across the curb. And once I was on the grass, I couldn't turn, so I came to a stop, tried to come back on the track, and then dirty tires, hot tires. As soon as I got on the tarmac, the car just span again. So,
And then a little bit of battle there. Had to get by, I think it was the Red Eel first, and then Martin. Red Eel, and then try to battle it out with Martin. What were you thinking? Because on that last lap, 2-second gap, you're 2 seconds a lap faster than Martin. How are you going to set that one up?
I was thinking that if I, put in a heater, Dave might get a little bit scared and look in his mirrors or at the relative too much. But he held off pretty well, and he did go very defensive in the last corner, which I just had to sit behind him because I couldn't go anywhere but into him.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't know. On my screen, it says I have him by 200ths, but it kind of didn't look like it when we were next to each other, and I don't know what the broadcast says.
On the broadcast, it looks like Martin had it by 300ths.
Broadcast doesn't lie.
Yeah, so I'm going to side with Martin having that edge out on you because, it was hairs.
I'm going to go with wherever it starts me in the next race. That's the official result.
That is a good. that would be the telltale point, yes, is wherever you start the next race will tell us where your points are going to end up being.
Yeah, but yeah, it was fun. I spun just by myself completely once, but I don't know. I've probably said this before, that the whole tire physics, the heat generation in this mod is very strange.
Gotcha.
I don't understand how hard tires can overheat on every track. It doesn't make sense to me. And the server issues we had, the temperature's not at the right temperature, so everything's hotter, so it just exaggerates the effect, and it's kind of annoying, but we'll make do. Everyone's got to deal with the same thing. Oh, the race is starting.
Looks like the race is starting. Goodbye. Take care. All right, my bad, ladies and germs. Look like the lights are about to go on. Peter O'Brien, Seth Walter, Lion the Red Eel, Martin, Luke Bowmeister, Mustachio, James Leader, and then there's me in the pits. Looks like Martin did start ahead of Bowmeister, so maybe Bowmeister actually was ahead of Luke. We'll have to take a look at the end of the race to confirm all of that. Looking backwards, Peter O'Brien making his way through and cleanly into P1 handily. Seth Walter now being the cork in the bottle for the podium positions now. Into second place, locked up the brakes. Oh, he's off. No for Seth Walter. Let's Mustachio, Martin, and Luke Bowmeister through. He was holding off everybody else, but didn't last long. Now Mustachio back to his rightful place in P2, now chasing down Peter O'Brien. Martin, Luke Bowmeister, James Leader, Seth Walter, and then the Red Eel. Making their way through the final corner for the first time for race round 3, heat 2. Bowmeister chasing down Martin swiftly. Might have the move done. Oh my goodness, they're side by side into T1. Luke's ahead by a car length now. Martin not wanting to put up a fight again and worked for him last time. It's going to work for him again, I'm sure. Going. James Leader's getting involved in this kerfuffle while Martin sweats a little bit, tucking it right behind Martin. James Leader pushes hard through the triple kink on the backside of the course. Oh no, looks like Martin had a moment, spun it around right in front of James Leader, gets it inverted again. Hopefully he gets back on track swiftly down into 7th place, 15 seconds adrift from the leaders. Gonna have his work cut out for him to get those positions back now. Gap's already starting to widen up. 3.5 seconds from the leader back. A second between Luke and, Bowmeister and leader right now. And then 4 seconds adrift to Walter. And then a second to the Red Eel and 8 adrift to Martin. Hold your breath, though. Bowmeister putting in the work, now within half second of Mustachio. That's Jay Bray having a big slide right in front of Bowmeister. Side-by-side contact. That's going to be fatal damage for the both of those drivers, I would believe. Call me Foghorn Leghorn. My goodness. Bowmeister and Mustachio tumbling down to the back of the order. Somehow both of them staying ahead of Martin. That's a miracle of its own right. Martin must have had a bigger moment, obviously, I guess. But Jay Bray and Bowmeister resuming their battle right where they left off. No love lost between friends. Oh, a little more side by side. As Bowmeister needed to rejoin the track. Jay Bray was there on the racing line. Musashi goes back to P7. O'Brien commanding lead over James Leader now, 5.7 seconds now between them, 7 seconds ahead of, make sure I'm on the intervals and not gaps. Yep, making sure I'm on the intervals now. So 6 seconds between Peter O'Brien and James Leader, another 7 or 6 adrift to Walter. Flying the red eel, 1.2 back, and then 5 adrift. Oh no, Walter has a big one. Loses out to the red eel. Red eel advances into third place. Walter now on the hunt from Bowmeister. Bowmeister still on that recovery. Side by side, there's Seth in the background, on their way into turn 1. Will Seth be able to outbreak Bowmeister at the last second? Not by a long shot. Bowmeister had it planted and is up to P4. Is that Martin in the background? Holy Toledo. Martin has made his way back into these battles. He's only 6/10 adrift from Seth Walter and is only about 2 seconds adrift from Bowmeister. This might resume right where it left off for race 1. Bowmeister's going to have... Oh no, Martin's off in the background. James Leader and Peter O'Brien. Something happened up ahead for the leaders. SpaghettiOs. That's James Leader in the pit. Looks like he must have had a warping or something. That advances him, but obviously will return the order back to where it was once he gets going, and that lap gets deleted. Red Eel will get advanced up into P2. Oh, there's James Leader getting back going again after going to the pits. Looks like he's going to be able to get back going again right behind the Red Eel. The podium might stay in the family. Unless Luke Bowmeister has something to say about it. Nope, James Leader, there he goes. That lap got deleted, and he's down into 6th place. That lap is gone. Who's Luke Bowmeister battling it out with? That looks like the Red Eel right in front, possibly. No, that's got to be James Leader, actually. Right in front of Bowmeister. Are they going to fight like it's no tomorrow, or as if the blue flags weren't shining? It looks like they are. Oh, that's the Red Eel right in front now. Getting involved in this three-way battle. Oh, he took a breath off the throttle. Looks like he wanted to let those two boys fight it out, and fight it out they will. Oh no, that's a big one from James Leader, putting on the smoke show, kept it on the brakes. Red Eel's back through behind Luke Bowmeister, but James Leader's no longer fighting for any sort of bragging rights this race. "23 seconds separating our boy Peter O'Brien." Oh no, Martin's off again. Off in the infield this time, right after turn 4, on his way towards turn 5. Patiently waited for the Red Eel, Walter, and Mustachio to all pass by before rejoining the track. Thought he was going to have a chance to battle for a podium. Absolutely, why not trundle around in 7th to get the points? And better yet, Why not trundle around? Because I guarantee you someone's going to have the same incident that you had, Mustachio and Martin inverting positions for just a moment. Someone's going to have the same moment or similar incident as you, and you're going to get wound up in a battle one way or another. Looks like that's what's happening to Mustachio and Martin right now. Jay Bray must have had something go on for him to give up a little bit of time, but also Seth Walter and the Red Eel. Going at it side by side, Red Eel heavy on the brakes, late into the corner. Around the outside, kept it ahead. Hell of a move. Oh, excuse me. No, that's James Leader making it around Seth Walter. That's position, excuse me, that's just lap back game. Sorry there, folks. Didn't mean to get you all sorts of excited. Martin now in a three-way battle. Seth Walter and Mustachio. Jay Bray, Martin, and Walter. Three abreast. Oh, excuse me, not three abreast, three nose to tail. Ooh, alternate lines getting set up through the triple kink. Seth Walter's looking in his mirrors, checks up and off to the grass and sand gravel. He goes, forces the side by side with Martin and Jay Bray through the fast S's. Martin relinquishes the position, but tries to snap back with a little switch back. Doesn't have the blade quite ready. Awfully close, being victim to the same move that he gave to Bowmeister. Jay Bray just presented himself to defend through those corners. Had nowhere to go but inside of Bray. Time to back off, and Bray has the position. He's going to try to make this move around line the Red Eel. I know it's not for position on track, but it will be something to write home about, boys and girls. Watch the way he moves, setting this up. After the triple kink, looks on the inside, trying to get the Red Eel to react. Can't quite get it. Patiently waiting, setting it up through the S's, staying careful through the arrow wash. Kept it nice and tight. 14-15. Through the final corner, will it be a run down into turn one? Awfully close, a little bit of rubber banding going on now, side by side on their way towards turn one. Who's going to outbrake whom? James Leader's super late on the brakes. Got it planted to the apex. I think that threw Red Eel for a loop. Wasn't expecting him to brake so deep. We saw the Red Eel heavy on the brakes earlier when he fought Seth. "24-second gap now between P1 and P2. 12-second gap back towards P3. Mustachio in fourth. 5 seconds adrift. Can he catch back up? Fastest lap going out to Peter O'Brien. 121.1. I think that's faster than anything he had in race one of round 3 so far. Looks like Mustachio is about 2.5 seconds faster lap than Red Eel. Excuse me. At least by their last laps alone. Might be enough to throw this gap down. He's got 3 or 4 laps to make the move happen. About 2 seconds a lap faster. Yeah, we should see this. no, oh no, oh no. Lion the Red Eel's got to keep his cool. His last lap wasn't his best, or not even close to it, about a second off the pace. He's got to be a little bit more calm, cool, collected than that. Jay Bray, Pistachio, is putting down darn near personal best. So Red Eel will be under threat within the next couple of laps. Really surprised to not see our man Carson Schultz making a running here tonight to defend third place. He did some laps for practice, was running around, I guess, 125s before the setup drops came out. Not sure what's going on with them, but really hope to see them come out for the rest of the championship now. There he goes, Mustachio in the background, hunting down the Red Eel. Also looking at Luke Boatmeister now, he had a terrible last lap. About 4 seconds off the pace. Corrected now. Looks like he's back on it. 2 laps remaining from what I can amalgamate. Calculate. Not the right word to use. Thank you very much. But Mustachio is now within a half second of the Red Eel. Well, looks like he'll have plenty of time to be cautious and prepared on how they want to make this overtake happen. Late turn in from Mustachio, wanting to get a big run through this short little stretch here. I think they'll have it over the Red Eel already side by side. Red Eel has to back out of it before they even get to the S's. Well, a 3-minute build-up for a 3-second overtake. Looks like that sign sealed delivered. 2 seconds adrift now. Or 1.5, excuse me, for the Red Eel to Mustachio. Boy, Jay Bray. Looks like this will be the final lap for the race leader right now. Looks like we're going to head on over to Peter O'Brien's perspective. O'Brien had that gap and only made it bigger, now 33 seconds. Ahead of the Bowman, who's facing quite some damage. After a couple incidents early on in the race, Peter O'Brien taking the win for round 3, race 2. Bowmeister, now we're going to have to wait about 30 seconds for them to take their turn getting to the line. Their way through the S's, getting set up now for the lines, a couple of corners. Oh, lining it up, putting on a little display. Final quarter, didn't even wait up for James, lead it across the line side by side, I guess. That's what you get for racing with your friends. Pushed out, pushed hard, Bowmeister to P2. Mustachio in third, coming through the final corner now. Going out hard now. Checkered flag for them. Lion the Red Eel fought hard, fought like a lion, but taking the checkered flag in P4. Martin having a roller coaster of a race, at one point was up ahead and then tumbled down the order at least once with a couple of big errors in the infield. P5 for them. Seth Walter with an long and arduous race, also having a experience or adventure in the infield a few times. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for coming to join us and hang out for a bit while you could. Really appreciate it. As always, please remember to stay safe, but remember, most importantly, we have a bye week next week, so don't expect to see or hear from it. And then we're off to Mugello on the 28th, St. Petersburg on the 5th, and then Barber Motorsports Park on the 12th. Thank you very much for hanging out with us at Plebian Racing for the F3 Open Wheel Championship. It was spicy, it was hot, it was holy Toledo'd out the wazoo. Please, as always, stay safe, folks, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time at Mugello.